Welcome to the Confessions of a Group X Instructor podcast. For group exercise junkies and enthusiastic classgoers, we'll explore and uncover authentic, thought-provoking, and heartwarming industry education and inspiration from entertaining, badass fitness pros. And now your host, creator of Warrior Rhythm, Warrior Strength, Warrior Combat, Warrior Revolution, and Warrior Kids Group fitness brands, Ellen DeWord. Here we grow.
Hey everybody, I am gonna do a episode that's kind of killing two birds with one stone. And maybe I'm just being lazy, but I don't think so. So basically, I'm gonna be opening another master trainer call for my company, meaning I'm looking for leaders who have what it takes to be presenters, to be educators and absolute rock star instructors that represent my formats. And I want to lay out for them what they need and to apply. But I also want to provide content to you guys. And I really felt like I could kind of kill two birds with one stone because I really think that what I'm looking for are the kind of things that take you from good to great as an instructor. And maybe you're interested in becoming a presenter someday yourself for whatever brand, for whatever company you love, brand you love. Maybe you would like to apply to be on their presenter team. So while I can't know for certain what they're looking for, I'm pretty darn sure it's going to be on my list. So I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to give you kind of what my prerequisites are when someone is going to apply for an opportunity to be a master trainer with Warrior. And in doing so, give you some good to great skills and also probably check the boxes of what another company is looking for that you might be interested in representing, if not Warrior. Okay. Number one on my list is, are you ready? That you are a kick-ass human being. That is number one on my list. That is number one. There's something about you that's different. You know what I mean? I've always believed since I was a girl, since I was a little girl, I've always believed there was something special about me. Through the highs and lows of my life, I've always thought there's something special about me. And I really think that I attract, we attract people that are like us. I think I attract people like that. I think I attract people that know inside themselves that there's something special about them. There's more. There's more to me. So that's my point number one, is there's something about you. There's something special. There's more. And you're a great human. You walk with integrity. And in our community, that means you are positive. You're someone who chooses to be positive. You don't have to. You can choose to be a victim. You can choose to be miserable. You can choose to be sad. That's a rhetoric you can give yourself. People do, but not fitness leaders, not master trainers, not rock star instructors. These people choose to be positive in spite of circumstances. Now, I don't mean that life doesn't throw stuff at us that doesn't devastate us and wreck us and try to rob our joy and that we don't struggle with mental health and depression. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that we're people that choose joy, that talk positively about others, about ourselves, about our circumstances. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this crazy cough. And in our world, the next thing on my list would be that you absolutely love teaching warrior formats and that you've been a member for at least 6 months. So you can apply this to, whatever your situation is, but you absolutely love teaching your format. Like you love it. It's changed your life. Like you're passionate about it. You want to share it like with others, like you have medicine, like you have something, you have a gift that you want to give the world. You feel that way about it. And that you've been a member. So most, trademark companies such as mine, there's a continuity program where to get ongoing content, you're a subscribing member of some sorts. They call it different things. Zumba calls it Zen. Pound calls it the posse, so you're the kind of, you're clearly supporting that brand and that program because you love it. And it means you're current and you're up to date and you're doing all the new things. You're teaching the new lessons when they come out and all that stuff. You move well. And this doesn't mean that you are the best athlete in the world with the biggest, hugest tuck jump and can do the splits in every single direction or whatever. This just means that for your body, limitations and all, because we have different limitations, some of us. And it just means that for your circumstance, you move well. Your lines are clean. If it's a music-driven format, your timing is impeccable. You're finishing your moves. A lot of instructors don't what I call finish their moves. They soften the edge as a transition into the neck. They don't even know they're doing it. They're not even aware they're doing it. It's your body's way of cheating. It's your body's way of wanting the easy way out. That's why your body likes homeostasis. Your body likes to, for example, when you're doing a bicep curl, pull the elbows forward. Why? Because pulling the elbows forward is shoulder flexion. So it means that the shoulder joint, your anterior deltoid, is now helping you kind of with that bicep curl. Or on a tricep kickback, you bring the head of the dumbbell toward your deltoid, like you're using inertia and momentum. You're cheating, you're cheating and making it easier for you. Or you're not finishing your single leg dog all the way at the end of the last phrase before going into a low lunge, but you're softening that or something like that. You move well. If you're doing jacks, your hands are strong and you're moving with intention. A lot of instructors move with less intention in their upper body. So whether it's like, jacks or whatever, step aerobics or high knees or whatever the move is, like often just not having strong intentionality about the upper body and the hands and the position of everything, elbows, wrists, all that stuff. And those instructors that think about those little details look so much sharper and cleaner. So moving well, looking sharp and clean and crisp, and moving to the best of your ability. Associated with moving well is looking good. And, this has nothing to do with looking a certain size or being skinny. I did not even a little bit. This just has to do with clean hair, clean clothes, you're put together. Your outfit is flattering for your body. You're dressing to look as professional as you can with what you have. That's what that means. You have a command presence. So when you enter the room, people pay attention. People are drawn to your energy. They gravitate towards you. There's a leadership essence and aura about you. And that doesn't mean you're loud. It doesn't mean you're a loud person entering the room. That can create attention, of course. It just means you have a command presence, and often that is packaged in a very quiet manner. So it doesn't mean you're loud, but you have a command presence, and people want to listen when you talk. You're articulate. You say less best, you're short and concise, and you don't stammer. and say a lot, you're polished in the way you speak, similar to how you're polished in the way you move. You're articulate. You have influence in your fitness community. This means you're a leader in your own community. I believe that's where leadership starts. It starts in your town, in the city that you live in. Maybe you do volunteer work, charitable events, workouts in the park where you invite people, maybe fundraisers for different nonprofits. You're a leader in your community. And then as far as we go, you're a leader in our community. You show up in one of the ways I see this exemplified best is in our private Facebook groups for each of our brands. The leaders are in there welcoming people, answering questions. Sometimes the leaders are the one asking questions because they want to make sure they're doing it right. Am I allowed to make a shirt with the logo? Am I allowed to use these moves in the pool when I sub water? Sometimes leadership means you're asking a question, but you're a leader in your community. You're a leader in your community, like geographically, locally. But then in the online space, you're a leader too. You're a leader in the brand's fitness community. For us, you're a leader in our community. You're supporting the other warriors, you're the other instructors online, cheering for them, noticing when they launch their new lesson or they start teaching their first class, helping them. And that you walk and talk like a leader online too. Your personal branding on the internet is clean. Just like your movement quality is clean and your speech, your articulate is clean, that you're protecting and garnering your online presence too, that you're aware, that someone could land on your page at any time and be making, judgments about, is this someone I trust? Is this someone who, is a leader in the fitness industry? Does your page look like that? Does your page look like you're a master trainer? Because we dress for the job we want, not the job we have. So starting to act like it, walk like it, talk like it, move like it, post like it is the best way to become it. You teach big classes. This is just an indication that you're doing a great job. People do vote with their feet. And I know that post-pandemic, a lot of classes didn't return to their full once, robust size that they were, but that people want to take your class. You're not like scrambling to get 2 people. In fact, in my application process, I have our applicants submit a video of them teaching. And one of the requirements I have is that I can see 4 other people in the class when they're doing the video. Because I want to know, like, if they can't get 4 people together, if they can't get 4 people to come in together to take their video for their class, they're probably not a powerful instructor, and they probably won't be that successful as a master trainer. Ultimately, like, I want to save in my application process. One of the things I'm trying to do is like, it's not for everybody. And I want to save both of us the time and headache and heartache because it's a big investment. One I love to do. It's an investment I love giving, but it's an investment of time and energy for both the master trainer to be and myself. And I want to make sure we're not wasting our time. So it's important that you're good at teaching. And that is, class size is a measurement of that. It's a very strong indication of that. So you teach big classes is on my list of prerequisites. You know how to read the room. You have emotional intelligence. This was really demonstrated really well in an application I got from a woman a couple of years ago. I make them also submit a video of them introducing themselves and the format to their class. And they're not allowed to do retakes. Like, they're not allowed to film an intro video and then film a warm-up and show it to me. They have to do it in one take because that's what real life is like when you're a master trainer and a presenter. You don't get to be like, oh, let me start over, take 2. you just have to roll with it. So this one master trainer was submitting, and in the middle of her introduction, someone like came in and kind of interrupted her spiel because they came in late, and she rolled with it like such a boss and such a pro. And she actually had everybody say hi to the person. It was really kind of cool. And it just showed me she really knew how to read the room. And I thought that was great. But this is emotional intelligence. It has to do more than just like a situation like that. But do you know, are you talking too much? Are you not talking enough? Are you giving form cues? Do they need, when do they need the form cue? Are you, noticing that someone is struggling, and how are you taking care of them in your cueing and in communication? So like emotional intelligence, reading the room is super important. And this one is huge for me. You take feedback without getting defensive. That's like that is so necessary for the relationship to work. It is just a relationship where feedback is part of the process, at least initially, at least that first like year of working closely together. And like I'm really literally looking for the kind of people that when given feedback say thank you, that don't get defensive. I know that's the knee-jerk reaction. I know that's human nature. In fact, I'll give you my confession today. This is my hardest. This for me, like I want feedback and I love it. And the people in my life that have given me the feedback, that have brought me to where I am today because of it, I can't be more grateful for them. I'm so stinking grateful. I am so grateful that they loved and cared enough about me to say hard things to me. That being said, when confronted with feedback, it's so hard for me to say thank you. It is so hard, but it is such an important skill. It is such a sign of composure and beauty and inner strength and humility and potential. And it's something that I need out of my recruits too. And then finally, before I recap, you have to have your primary group fitness certification. That is a standard I would have anyway, but it isn't even my standard. But to be a provider, someone who is doling out a certificate with continuing education credits associated with it for our training day, those governing bodies, i.e. ACE, AFA, NASM, they require that the presenters have those credentials as well. So having your certification, your primary certification, obviously to date is a prerequisite too. So in my world, for those of you that might be listening and interested in applying to be a master trainer for one of our formats, basically in our membership portal, again, remember you have to be a member for 6 months. In the membership portal, there is a course on, and you can find it's called Leadership Opportunities, and you can apply. There's an application with some essay questions, and you have to submit your application, and along with it, a professional headshot, your resume, your current liability insurance, your current CPR certification, your current primary certification, and an intro video uninterrupted into a warm-up, and a song of your choosing. And then we set up a call, and I go over pause, that's not true, that was a lie. I respond one of 3 ways. One is not right now. This will need to be worked on, and then you can reapply. I say it a little bit more diplomatically than that. And then the next email that I send is like a conditional yes. Like, I would like to onboard you, but I need you, for example, but your primary is expired, you need to renew. Or, yes, I would like to onboard you, but we need to work on your timing. And once you've resubmitted videos with impeccable timing, I'll push you through to our boot camp or something like that. So there's this conditional acceptance where they kind of they have to resubmit then and there. And then there's the congratulations, you've made it. And even that one usually comes with some feedback of areas I'd like them to focus on working on. And then I put them through a boot camp. And then I hold their hand as they start to book their first few events until they don't need me to hold their hand anymore. That's how it works in our world. So let me just review. One, you are a kick-ass human and there's some grit to you. Like there's something about you. You know it. Everybody knows it. There's something special about you. You love teaching your format. You literally love it and you want to share it with others. You move well and you look the part. You're clean, you're put together, you move well. You have a command presence. People pay attention when you open your mouth. People want to know what you have to say. You're articulate when you speak. And you're an influencer in your community, both geographically, your group fitness community, and your online personal community. By the way, that doesn't mean you need to have a bunch of followers. And that is not what I'm saying. I just mean you have leadership. You show up with valuable things to say and contribute. You teach big classes. You know how to read the room. You have emotional intelligence. And you say thank you when you're given feedback. And finally, that your credentials are in order. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you for letting me double dip. Thank you, Confessions of a Group X Instructor family, for letting me do a little like how to apply to be a warrior master trainer on a podcast. I'm really here on this show, as you guys know, to add value to you in your respective fitness business and brands and whatever that looks like. So I'm hoping that today's content you can apply to your situation, and maybe you're looking to become a master trainer in your brand. Okay, that leads me to my confession. I applied to be a master trainer for another company and I got turned down. This was like maybe 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know, something like that. It was a long time ago. And I just wanted you to know that I applied and like really, really, really wanted it. And I didn't get it. And then a few years later, I applied to be a master trainer with Beachbody and was accepted. Now, I just want to say it was right that I wasn't accepted. I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready. I'm glad I did. I didn't know I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready. I mean, I really thought I was ready, but in hindsight, I wasn't. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the skills then, but it was good. Like I tried. And also, I just want to say that there's people that I have worked with in this arena of master training that didn't get it the first time. There's people in master trainers that are part of my team that applied, got a no, applied again the next year and got a yes. That there's two of them for sure that applied and got a no from me. And a year later, reapplied and got a yes. And I didn't change my standards. They leveled up and they actually blow my mind. So you might get a no. I remember when I was with Beachbody, one of the very, 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 very best master trainers on that team had been rejected 4 times when she was applying. So my confession, I'm just letting you guys know, my first time out of the gate wanting to be a presenter for a company, I got to know I wasn't ready then. It made me hungrier. It made me thirstier. It made me work harder. In hindsight, I'm grateful. And so if it's something like, if there's part of you that feels like you're ready for the next level, I should have started the episode with this. Dang it. If you feel like you're ready for the next level, like you influence the group of people that come to your class and you want more, like that fills your cup, but you want more, being a presenter literally 10x's that, because you become like the matriarch or the patriarch. You become like the one you can influence hundreds of communities instead of just your one, because you're teaching the instructors and then they're going forth, and it just fills your heart so much. It is such a joy and an honor to be a presenter. It's one of my favorite things I've done in my entire life. I can't imagine not being a presenter. And, our trainings are like an 8-hour day, and they just fill my heart till it wants to explode. So not that everything is easy in a bowl of cherries and roses all the time, but it's gratifying work, and it's weekend work, and it's actually not a lot of work. I mean, it takes a lot of skill, but it's not a lot of work. I expect our master trainers to book 1 event per quarter at least, so they can be good at it and enjoy it. And so, that's 32 hours a year. So, all right, you guys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Challenging you all to consider, what's your next level? We recently talked about group fitness directorship, and now I'm talking about being a presenter. What's maybe your next step? Are you looking to add more to your repertoire, to your toolbox, to your pocketbook? All right. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Mwah.
Thank you for joining in on the Confessions of a Group X Instructor podcast. If you're interested in becoming a warrior instructor, go to warriorinstructors.com. But if you want more and found this episode amazing, please give us a rating. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode. So remember, be brave, be bold, be blessed. And above all, listen, learn, love.